There is mounting pressure tonight on Carnival Cruise Lines to cancel its first cruise to Cuba, set to leave Port Miami May 1st.
Secretary of State John Kerry yesterday urged Carnival not to discriminate by refusing to let Cuban Americans on the cruise, and today there is new legal action.
Our senior political reporter Michael Putney, who spoke with Kerry yesterday, is in the newsroom now with today's developments.
Victor, Janine, there is a mounting chorus of criticism of Carnival. It keeps getting louder and louder. Just this afternoon, the Miami-Dade Community Relations Board, Hispanic Affairs Advisory Board, and the Cuban-American Bar all told Carnival you can't discriminate against Cuban Americans.
This isn't about shutting down Carnival. This is about ending a blunder that they've committed.
The so-called blunder is Carnival's decision to go ahead with cruises to Cuba, but not allowing Cuban Americans on board, because the Castro government says no one born in Cuba can return there by sea.
Discrimination is offensive and abhorrent in our community.
Ron Zetti represents a Cuban-American couple who tried to book the Cuba trip, but were turned down.
We're telling him that the practice of discriminating against Cuban-born members of our community and throughout the nation has to end.
Former U.S. Attorney in Miami, Roberto Martinez, has now asked the Justice Department to determine if Carnival is breaking the Federal Civil Rights Act.
There is just outrage here that Americans and an American ship sailing out of Miami, that Cuban Americans can't go on this cruise.
I would counsel them that they need to be sensitive to the fact of discrimination, and they should not embrace a policy that is Cuban, which winds up discriminating against Americans.
That was Secretary of State John Kerry yesterday. Today, we sent an email, made several phone calls to Carnival Cruise Lines for their side of the story. They didn't respond. In the newsroom, Michael Putney, Local 10 News.